It's Talking Reds, me, Adam, Melia, and I'm joined by Kev Walsh to talk about...
To talk about a point gained in the league title challenge, Adam.
This is what I need. So at the moment I think I'm sort of like treating the Anfield Raps podcasts and videos as like just therapy for me, because I'm not enjoying 2019 very much, and it's Liverpool's fault. We're not playing very well, Kev, and it's worrying me.
Well, what I would say is, yeah, we've been shite. I think we can go all out and say that. But someone made a good point on Twitter yesterday. Since we got beat by City, so that City game brought the total to 4 points between us. And since then we've been god awful. There are points left, right and centre, and they've only gained 1 point on us effectively, so there's the 3 points. Now listen, I understand everyone's thinking, well, if we've dropped this many points so far, what are we going to drop going forward? But what I would say is, hopefully, it's the way they had their blip, and we lost the points against Crystal Palace and Leicester. We're having ours now, and we're only drawing games, so as long as we can come out of it, and we've got a perfect game on Saturday to do that, we should be alright.
Yeah. It reminds me a little bit of the start of the season where the performances weren't that good, but the results were coming, and you're kind of like saying, are the results gonna catch up with the performances, or are we going to start playing well? We did end up playing well, so hopefully we'll have another peak.
If you think about the way it went into December, we were it looked like we'd been perfectly trained like a racehorse going into a tough sort of final straight. I know it was halfway through the season, so it's a bit of a mad analogy, but we come into a good run of form. There was 8 games and we won all 8, so we sort of peaked at perfect time. And I heard someone else say the other day, it's a possibility maybe with the World Medal Week, if we've gone away, worked really hard.
The disaster in Dubai, as I'm calling it.
Well, I'm going to call it something slightly different. It's seen like another pre-season, so they come back a little bit sluggish, but it means that they're ready to go again in March, April, May, which is the time when you really do need to get points on the board. Obviously, in the meantime, if you could get some points now, that'd be fantastic, just so we're still on the title race, I suppose. But yeah, it hasn't been great, has it?
It hasn't. So, I mean, about last night, we sort of have to talk about that, don't we? It was, I mean, the team sheet lands, and straight away, I was already a bit nervous, and straight away you're sort of a bit like, this might, again, it feels a little bit like circumstances are transpiring against us, and this might not be the good performance that I was hoping for. So what did you think about the team, and then, how it actually played?
My first issue with the team, obviously, Lallana was a very big surprise to see in there, but my issue was, again, why we're playing, well, I know why we're playing a right back who's actually a midfielder, and then we've got no midfield cover on the bench, and we're also playing in Naby Keita, a fella who looks like he's so devoid of confidence and form that it's dangerous to play him in such a hard away game.
To risk him almost.
Well, it was, wasn't it? Really, it was a risk, and putting Milner on the right hand side there and asking him to do the full work on the right hand side just slows the rest of the team down. Listen, Klein, we said we weren't going to talk about Klein, but I'm sorry, I'm going to veto you on this. But Klein might not have been up and down the line like you'd said would be. But the thing is, if Klein was playing right back, he'd be doing all the same things that Milner done last night, to the same level pretty much, there or thereabouts. And you'd also then be able to say to Keita, okay, but you're on the bench, you can come on as an impact sub, and you can have Milner alongside Fabinho, which you're in a bit of a midfield battle against them, do you know what I mean? That Declan Rice looks like a great little player to me.
Yeah, he's a really good player.
He had a really good game yesterday. Mark Noble, I don't really rate him, if I'm totally honest with you, but he played well. And you've got the likes of Felipe Anderson in there. Keita just he looked like a little boy at times last night, I thought, and it's not for the first time this season. I think he'll come good, but at the last 13 games of the season, I just don't think that's the time to be trying to blood him.
No, the worry is, like you say, is almost like he seems slight. He doesn't seem like the sort of, like physically strong and fast player that we thought we were getting. He's like Markovic, isn't he?
A midfield Markovic.
A midfield Markovic.
Yeah, a midfield Markovic. What was Dynamite Dubai?
The disaster in Dubai.
The dickheads in Dubai. What a nightmare here, aren't we?
But yeah, so we didn't play well. I thought we were probably better in the second half than the first half, and I didn't think West Ham were very good, to be honest, so I don't want to give us too much credit, because I thought they were waiting to be beaten in a way in that second half.
100%. I thought they retreated, and they dropped so deep on the pitch in comparison to where they played in the first half, and I think that's why people were saying, I've seen a lot of people last night saying Keita played better second half, and I haven't got no ear, so I weren't saying that, but I was scratching my head, thinking, I don't think he did play very well. I thought he was getting the ball in very safe areas and he was unable to do anything. But a player in his position there needs to be able to at least attempt a cut and pass to break the defence open and even their midfield open a little bit so we can get in the lines. I don't think he had it in him, but I suppose last night the other issue was, even if he did get it forward for Firmino,
so bad, wasn't he?
That was the maddest game I've ever seen. He's my favourite player out of our squad. I think he's our best player, better than Salah. I think he's the one that makes us tick, and I think...
You taught me the words to his song.
That's it, certainly did. See, senor, not see, senor, so we all know. But if he doesn't play well, I've often said that when he plays well, we all play well as a team. And I think yesterday showed that if he doesn't play well, we are really going to struggle. I thought
that him and other players that you just think always play well are the most reliable ones. Robertson didn't play well. He's playing like his new baby's keeping him up. Is my theory.
Do you know what I think's keeping him up? The fact that on the other side of the pitch, where he'd normally where they have like the pulley thing, where one of them goes and the other one stays back. We don't have that. We have the two of them goes, and what that means is the pitch is stretched that far, but he's got a little bit of extra space on his side. And it also means, because their defence and midfield have been stretched across the pitch, when he plays a little ball inside and goes for the return ball, the little triangle, there's more space. Whereas now teams are just saying, well, it's going to take Milner a week to get up that right-hand side, so we're not spreading the pitch enough for him. So I think he's suffering as much as anybody in the team for the lack of a right-back, well, for the lack of centre, basically.
We are missing Trent. I think Phil said it on the post-match show yesterday that it's a great advert for Trent at the minute, how we're playing. I also thought, what would you? I mean, could Alisson have had a little jump at the ball?
Do you know what Alisson's problem with that goal was? And it's mad, because I've been praising him all season. I think he's the best goalie in the league for me.
I mean, me too. Let's get that. Let's get that out.
The biggest thing
there.
I've been saying about him is his footwork is perfect. Up to yesterday, I think it pretty much has been. But yesterday, when that ball went to Antonio has a look up, and as he looks up, so you can see he's going to shoot. But as he puts his head back down, for some mad reason, if you watch it again, Alisson jumps. So as he strikes the ball, Alisson's he's this far off the floor, which is nothing, but you can't direct your body from that, so he has to land, and then by the time he's landed, the ball's past him. That's why he doesn't dive. So for me, that's just that is a cock up on Alisson's part. It was a great finish, and if he did that, he might not have got there. But the fact that he wasn't in the position to make the dive is the worrying thing for me, because that's been his thing all season. Perfect position has gotten us out of a lot of scrapes. Look at the Napoli game, where he's perfect position has meant the lads had to shoot straight at him. These are the things that we're going for us, and hopefully it's just a blip. Listen, every goal he got that in him, but it just seemed like, when I watched it back again, I just thought, why has he done that? It was so unnecessary, the little jump.
As you say, hopefully it is a blip, and we'll sort of go on to talk about that now. I guess there's seems like a lot of extenuating circumstances, and Klopp talks afterwards about how Milner had to drive to the match on his own or travel on his own because he was infectious, and there's like, but it does feel like
there's a hammer in Dubai carries on, fucking hell.
It feels like we're dropping like flies a bit, and that. I think hopefully from the next game we're going to start to see players coming back. Hopefully we'll see Trent back in the next game, and you'd think we need, we're going to start to need to make our own momentum, I think, and it's a really difficult thing to do. But as we've said, we played badly, but we haven't lost, and we always talk. I guess the thing is that we're going to talk about how we've had our dip. And the thing about that is that's putting it in the past tense. Well, and that's the thing that we need to do.
That's exactly it. And to be fair, if you could have picked a game to have on Saturday, you couldn't have picked. Well, besides maybe a Huddersfield at home or whatever.
I always want to play Arsenal at home, I think.
To be fair, Arsenal do seem to let us do whatever we want to them, so that might be a good one. But Bournemouth are on 3 o'clock on a Saturday, so it's not on the telly. There's no. That takes away all the run up to it, where people are saying, oh, the City have done this and the title challenge that. It's just a Saturday 3 o'clock game. A nice routine 3-0 win. It'd be just lovely. And then we've got a break, haven't we? Hopefully they can get ourselves together, get rid of all.
Stay well away from Dubai.
Stay well away from James Milner apparently as well. So, but get ourselves all back together, get everyone fit, get everyone ready, and just say, listen, we've had our little blip there, and that puts it in the past tense. If we don't win on Saturday, listen, there might be people's heads are going to start falling, because Twitter last night was an absolute joke. It was so over the top, some of the reaction on me.
Yeah, because the danger is, I think, is if we have to say this again after Bournemouth, it does start to feel like, well, we said this after Leicester, and we said this after West Ham, and now we're saying it again we might have to sort of change the message a bit.
The good thing after Bournemouth, when we come back, sorry, just to interrupt you there, is that
I didn't know what I was going to say.
Sam, well, it's a good job of saying it. The good thing about after this game is we've got the little break, which I know loads, everyone's a fucking genius now, aren't they? I want to stay in the FA Cup because it keeps you rhythm, but we've got no players to play in the FA Cup, so I'm still on my last few and I'm still not sorry, I'm not asked.
Once I went on holiday and I broke my wrist.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not asked. I think that little pre-season thing where it kicks in and stops being a fucking nightmare, don't they? Like, will come good for us. But after that, we've then got a series of games where the type of games that focus your mind. We've got Everton, we've got United in there very quickly, and they're the ones where you come to them, and the fans, as much as the players, will be up for them. Where the Leicester game, the cop was mad, considering we'd gone 1-0 up. The atmosphere was weird. I didn't go last night myself, but I haven't spoken to people who were there. The atmosphere was, again, a very strange one. Now, it's not a great ground to generate atmosphere in any way, the Olympic Stadium, but by the same token, I think it feels like, even watching on the telly, my nerves were shot, they were shredded, and I think that's getting to everyone. We just need to see if we, I know it's a lot easier said than done, but calm it down a little bit, maybe enjoy it, and see if we can help the players out rather than being an absolute fucking monkey on the back.
Yeah. I just mentioned that a couple of Anfield Wrap, any other businesses. The Anfield Wrap main show and the review are out today, looking back at the game, and the second look video is coming out tomorrow. And there's some live shows coming up in Ireland, which are in Galway, Dublin and Portlaoise.
You said that very well, Liam.
Said it really well, yeah. It's Lizzie's written that down phonetically for me. Hi, Portlaoise.
Hello, Portlaoise Reds.
All the leashes. But yeah, so we'll finish on that. But I mean, I watched Andy Robertson talking in the Mix Zone yesterday, and he scoffed at the idea of nerves. So I think we should all. Let's
all scoff at nerves collectively, Reds. Let's fucking get into Bournemouth and absolutely tank them.
So if any Blue Noses or United fans in work ever mention the word nerves, just watch the Robertson video. Just go. Pfft.
Also, just a little one for our Blue Nose mates. Good luck for tomorrow against Man City. I know you're all rooting for yourselves. And I just want to say, when you score that winner in the 90th minute, which I'm convinced you're going to do, please can someone video the reaction, because I want to see tears from grown men, you Everton bastards.
We were saying yesterday that it's going to be the one who's not going to get the memo will be Pickford, because it's too complicated for him to understand, and he's going to be man of the match and they'll be screaming.
We couldn't reach it on the table, so we just left it.
Cheers, Reds. See you soon.